All right, here we are with segment 6 of the massage gun series. This will be the calves. The calves are going to be pretty much the opposite of the psoas. So with the psoas, you were here and here, so your points were belly button and hip bone, and right in the middle. So with the calves, it's pretty much going to be right here. So if you drew a 90 degrees here, and then here's your rib cage to your belly button, you meet in the middle. That's what it's going to be. So again, draw 90 degrees, and so you'll do that and pull right here. So it'll be right in the middle, pretty much of the 90 degrees if you want to think about it, 45. So on both sides of that, I'm going to go into the tissue. This is not, I have a tough time with this one, so it's a hard one. So this is the main point, and then when I was talking about the QL earlier, oftentimes I'll go up a little bit and I'll work that calf range. So above the QL point, up in here, is going to be the second calf point. Okay?
Right in here.
So come up a little higher. So I'll work all the way through here and break that loose. But again, a lot of times I mix the two together, but it's just for the purposes so you can see right here, I'm going to do both of those points here today. Okay? So I'm going to lay down. And you know, one of the things I've been doing since I learned it was, I'll do the measurement, right? And I'll bring myself and then I'll go right here, okay? But you know, I know where it is, I just automatically do it just because that's just a habit I created. So, draw the 90 degrees, right? I come back, rib cage to the middle. So pretty much right in the middle. Again, typically it's a painful one, especially for me. So don't work your way into the tissue. So go as far as the gun will allow you. We'll stay there for a little bit and then go in a little bit deeper. Sometimes you got to fish around. I fish around. And I find I work spots around it because sometimes they'll stick as well. And you can use the sew right as well too. If you put the 2 points of the sew right on there as well. Sometimes that's easier to find like that. So, there you have it. The calves. All right, we're back for part 7 of the percussion gun series. So we've gone through all the points so far, and this is the 7th part of the sequence. We just did the calves. So the next part of the sequence is going to be the tib release. And the tib release point, it's not going to be what you think it is. So some of it is and some of it isn't. But there's 2 tib points for release. The inguinal ligament that comes down through here that connects up here and then goes down. It's a big ligament, but it also interferes with the tib and as far as flexibility and mobility. So for this one, manually you would find the ligament, and then you would go behind it, and then you would go on top of it and behind it. So you would work both angles of it. And the first time that this was done to me, it was a gigantic release, and I just felt all of my tib just kind of give out, and my foot just laid down more. But there was also a lot of testing process part of that as well. So we'll hit both sides of this. When we do this, again, you're gonna find, it's gonna be like a little ropey piece in there. You're gonna find that ropey piece, and you're gonna come behind it. So here it is, you're gonna come behind it, or underneath of it, and then you're gonna come over the top of it, okay? And you're gonna work this whole area. The second point is the fibular head. So an easy way to get to the fibular head is you go right down your leg, and when it drops off, that's where it's coming through, okay? So you can see hard, and then it dives into the fib head. Hard, and then it dives. So I'll work this manually if you're gonna do it. This is the thumb of justice, by the way.
Yeah, no idea.
Everybody runs from this. All right. So coming in, and then you'll work this whole area right through here. But typically, once you hit the point, you'll feel it all the way radiate all the way down to your foot. And I'll work this whole area right here. And I also there's certain points that I learned in rock blade as well, and just just hit different spots and play around with the gun till you find them. But when you find a hard spot, just hit it and let it sit there for 5-10 seconds and let it help and work your way down. But those are the 2 main points: the inguinal ligament sequence, and then obviously the fibular head as we're coming off. Another thing I like to do is I'll work the ring all the way down here, just because it gives me relief. I like it. I like to keep this area tight, or not tight, but loose. And going back to the calf sequence, I didn't show you this one. I'm going to do this too when I do the fibular head. I'm going to hit on the back of the knee. You come down a little bit. You hit all these points for calves. Like, look. Typically, most people's calves aren't going to be like that. And then it'll be all through here. Okay. So we'll hit that point. And I also like to go between the calf heads, and then I'll actually go down and get all the way down to here. It seems to make everything work a whole lot better. Mm-hmm. All right, so rocking on. Mm-hmm. Part 1, right here, and usually right about there. You can go a little farther. Wherever you find the worst pain, just kind of sit there for a little bit. So, this is mine right here. All right, so there we are. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come over the top, and I'm gonna come underneath, okay? I go a little farther than everybody else does. I'll start right here where it inserts, or comes through, right here, and I'll work down a little bit farther. typically the tip points. But as I talked about earlier, as I'm going along, I'll also do a little more calf work. And again, it's working this ring, separating the heads, and then I go all the way down, okay? More around. It's even more. See how loose it is? And whatever spot's really hard, do that. That's right. There, curve. And sometimes it's there. And I have to kind of separate the heads a little bit. There you go. Loose.
All right.
Tip points.